I'm from Birkenhead originally, so sort of Scouse land. So naturally I had an inclination to not particularly be that fond of Manchester. I did come here quite a lot, come to gigs, seeing shows and stuff like that, and I always thought it felt a little bit too big for my liking. Liverpool just a little bit smaller and a bit more manageable for me. But that's probably because I was really little. So as I've grown up and we've moved here, it's absolutely amazing, and I think that the northern quarter especially, we've landed on our feet moving to this particular area. I think there's a lot of like-minded people and everyone's really open and wants you to sort of express yourself, and I don't think you get that everywhere, especially in Britain actually. So I think we're in a very fortunate spot.
So me and Jess have come from small areas, and Pete's also come from a small area, and it's kind of, I think a big fear was originally coming somewhere so big compared to somewhere so small. Obviously you've had Liverpool, but going from like Lancaster and to somewhere as vast as Manchester was originally daunting.
I think we all came here just like we thought we'd be quite isolated, but then everyone's after a few weeks everyone's settled in so well. So much to do around here, and like everyone wants you to get involved, especially if you're into like sort of creative things anyway. So.
'Cause while we as you'd imagine, the Manchester scene is strong. Coming from Liverpool again, it's not quite to the same standard, I would say, in that it's a little bit of a small city. But I think just, like I said, the attitude of people in Manchester is a lot different towards creative, to the creative world, whether that be music, art, cinema. Like, I think everyone's a little bit more open and a lot more like London. I think London's very open. I think you've got Manchester in the north sort of flying the flag for the creative world as well. My favourite act that I've seen is a singer-songwriter, and there's about 20 people there, 30 people there, a guy called Lee Parry.
For me, I think I've enjoyed like going to the smaller gigs, like the sort of unknown acts, and then you discover new people, new talent and things like that. Like the Man-Made gig at Crack Gallery, it was amazing.
Yeah, so good.
The whole vibe of the whole like the room and the way it had just been set up and the way you had to kind of find it, that was amazing too. But also the Soap Sounds gigs.
Yeah, those are really good. Yeah.
You love those.
Yeah, those are probably my favourite.
Very unique set of shows.
Yeah, just completely different to normal gigs.
We were a lot more down that Justin Vernon route when we first started, because he is, for me, it's not quite the same for everyone. Everyone has their own, which is sort of like the beauty of it, everyone has their own reasons for wanting to make music, but it's largely the reason. Because it was so simple, I think it was so simple, and I had no confidence in creating my own music, because I just didn't think I had the musical knack for it. And he really sort of showed me. It wasn't even a stylistic thing almost. It was really just a case of you can play 3 chords and you can change someone's life, and that's like a really special thing. And then as everyone has joined, all 4 of us are here together, I think everyone's influences have converged, if that's the right word. And Jess is a massive sort of a dance music fan and loves sort of, I mean, she originally did drum and bass, so that's obviously a far cry from like sort of that folky Americana, like, Justin Vernon world, but that's really seeped into the music. So we're sort of trying to get this these emotional songs at the core that you have this sort of backdrop, and it's sort of glazed with interesting soundscapes that I could never, like, on my own. This is why being in a band is so important to me, but I could never come up with like the musical soundscapes that we do, and that's what these guys, with like as a 4, that's what we do. Do you know what I mean? And you have these interesting sort of textures that we're trying to bring, just to make it a little bit different, because we don't want to try and not be compared to anyone else, because if you're being compared to someone, they're probably doing it better. So we're going to try and stand on our own. But I completely, the bond thing is definitely there for sure. been good. It's been really. It's felt like a really good process on a journey that has been progressing the way that you'd want it to, in terms of making steps forward every time. The first ritual and think tank were with a little label with some of our friends from down south in London called Human. So that was our producer, our publisher, and then we had another friend as well. That sort of, the three of them sort of got together and decided to put some music out. Well, I think it's gone down really well. I mean, blogs are playing a key part in up and coming music, and I think that where we sit, because of our love for pop music, we sit slightly more in the centre, so it's not quite what the blogs are looking for, I don't think, but it's at the same time, we've had plenty of people take us up on it, but it's not, I don't think we were ever going to sort of blow up in that blog world the way the other acts have, because it doesn't, the kind of music we make doesn't necessarily facilitate that. And with Tides, I think Tides has been a really big step up for after those two, and Tides has obviously been with Columbia, which are a big worldwide player, as everyone knows, and I feel like that's been a really positive step forward. It's had a lot of love, I would say.
Great received,
and
that's the dance.
Yeah, it's been on. I mean, I've never seen Made in Chelsea before. I did watch the episode a few weeks ago, which we were on, which was really nice, and it was, and all you can ask for is that it's used in a really meaningful and artistic sort of way, and they did, and it was used, bang on the money basically. So I was really happy with that. The artwork is really important, because I think as a band we really believe in creating. We love acts that are creating a vibe around the music, so it's not as simple as, you listen to someone's album, it's 10 songs and that's it, see you later, and that's that. It's like you're trying to create this whole thing around it. And I think the artwork is a key part. I think hopefully if we get some music videos in the future, then I think that'll play a key part, and you're just really trying to get this vibe across that is unique to us. I think that separates the good from the great. And
I think we decided, it was no, I didn't come in and be like, we should use my mum's artwork one day. I think one day I was just round at Jay's house and he said, I've just seen your mum's artwork, why didn't you show me it before, it's amazing. From that we sort of thought, if we could, because we felt like it represented our music, because our really strong. We felt like the two seemed to make you feel the same kind of thing when you saw one and you heard the other. It was the same sort of emotional place. It was an interesting process. We have to choose for a release or whatever. Going rifle through sheets and sheets of different work she's done, or different paintings she's done, really get into it. And often we can. I mean, it's happened before. Jay's seen the painting online on my website and gone, "That's that song," and you can immediately pair the two, and that's something really special, I think. Which I don't know if it happens often, but I didn't ever think that. It's not something that's ever happened to me personally, where I've seen a painting in a gallery and gone, "Oh, that looks just like this song." Yeah, but, yeah. That's